What's up everybody, I'm HoopsandHipHop. So a couple weeks ago I made a video talking about some insanely rare Pokemon that you will never catch, and you guys all really liked it, so I'm here again to talk about some more insanely rare Pokemon that once again, you probably will never catch. Just like the last video, these are specific versions of Pokemon caught under specific conditions, and that's what makes them so rare. You could honestly try for years and not successfully catch one of these guys, so let's go ahead and check them out. Okay, so this first one we're going to be talking about is actually one that you guys suggested to me in the comments of the last video, and that would be an SOS Full Odds Shiny Salamence with its hidden ability found on Route 3 in Sun and Moon. Now, in case you weren't aware, it's actually possible to catch a Salamence at levels 9 to 12 on Route 3, which is basically one of the first routes in the game in Sun and Moon, but it is insanely hard to find, and so we're just gonna make that more even insanely hard than it should be by adding the shiny and the hidden ability and making it full odds as well. So in order to even be able to find Salamence in the first place, you've got to find Bagon, because the only way you can get a Salamence on this route is if it's called by a Bagon in an SOS battle. However, finding a Bagon is going to be tricky as well, because these guys only have a 1% chance of being found on Route 3. On top of that, they only have a 1% chance to call Salamence as well, so you're looking at a 1% of a 1% chance, which when you put it in factor terms, that's a 1 out of 10,000 chance to get this Salamence right off the bat. Next up, we've got to factor in the shiny odds, and even though it's not going to be as bad as a full odds shiny, because given the high SOS chaining you're going to be doing to get this Salamence, it also means your shiny odds are going to be increased. So if we assume the highest chain that'll give you the maximum shiny odds, you're going to have a 13 out of 4,096 chance to get this shiny, which roughly equates to, in terms of keeping the math easy, a 1 in 315 chance to land this shiny. So when we take the odds of getting a basic Salamence through this SOS chain, and we take the odds of also landing a shiny and put them together, it gives us a 1 in 3.2 million chance of getting a shiny Salamence in this way at full odds. However, we've still got to factor in the hidden ability as well. Luckily, this high SOS chaining will give us an increased chance for the hidden ability as well, but only a 15% chance at the highest odds, which is roughly a 1 in 6.5% chance on top of all the other odds we've already got working for us. So factoring in the 1 in 6.5% chance to the 1 in 3.2 million chance of getting the shiny, it gives us a grand total of a 1 in 21 million chance of getting this shiny Salamence at full odds on Route 3 with its hidden ability. If anyone wants to try this and actually pulls it off, please let me know. This next one is another one that you guys also suggested as well, and I am really glad you guys suggested it because it's a really fascinating one, and that would be a shiny Manaphy obtained from Pokemon Ranger. In case you guys weren't aware, it's possible to get a Manaphy into the Generation 4 games from the original Pokemon Ranger game if you complete the game and then also complete the Manaphy mission in order to get the egg, which you then transfer into the game. Now, as far as the odds of this guy being shiny, it was a little tricky to figure out, but I am nearly certain that it is the standard 1 in 8,192 shiny chance for Gen 4, since there are only 3 different methods of obtaining a shiny Pokemon in Gen 4, and this isn't necessarily breeding or Masuda method or anything like that, so we're gonna go with the 8,192 standard encounter rate for a shiny for this situation. And in terms of just straight up getting a shiny Manaphy from Pokemon Ranger, those are your odds, 1 in 8,192. That certainly sounds a whole lot better than 1 in 21 million like it was for Salamence. However, there is a pretty big catch here, which makes Manaphy from this game being shiny just insanely more rare. This catch is, like I said, that you have to get the Manaphy from Pokemon Ranger, and you are only able to get one Manaphy per copy of Pokemon Ranger, and then you essentially lose your chance and have to find another copy of the game in order to try again. The reason for this is because the Manaphy mission that gets you the Manaphy egg appears in the game after you complete the game. However, if you delete your save file and start a new game, the Manaphy mission will still be accessible, meaning you can only essentially complete it and get one egg per copy of the game. And keep in mind, this game is like 12, 13 years old, so it's going to be very hard right off the bat to even find a copy of the game that hasn't been completed yet. On top of this Manaphy is supposed to be completely shiny locked, and it's only through an oversight that you will even get this chance to make it shiny. What you have to do in order to give yourself the chance of getting this egg hatching into a shiny Manaphy is trade the Manaphy egg once you trade it into your Gen 4 game before you hatch it, because this egg is supposed to normally be shiny locked, but due to an oversight, if you trade it to another Gen 4 game, it has the opportunity to hatch as a shiny in that Gen 4 game. So essentially, you're going to need a unfinished copy of Pokemon Ranger, you're going to need one Generation 4 game, you're going to need a second Generation 4 game as well as a second DS, and then after all of that, you have your 1 in 8,192 chance, which still is much less than a 1% chance to get this shiny, and if you don't get it, well, you're just gonna have to go hunt out another unfinished copy of Pokemon Ranger, which, like I said, this is a 12, 13, 14-year-old game, so you're not gonna have the funnest time tracking down one of those, making this Manaphy insanely rare. The third one on our list is an infamous one that has been talked about for years, but we're gonna crunch the numbers here and show you just how exactly insanely rare this guy is, and that would be a full odds shiny Phoebus in Pokemon Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. So right off the bat, we're going to be starting with the standard 1 in 8,192 shiny chance of Generation 4. However, we're going to be dividing this in half thanks to Phoebus's 50% encounter rate, and because you're only going to get it one half of the time, that doubles our shiny odds, which gives us a 1 in 16,384 chance just right off the bat. The reason we're looking at Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum specifically for Phoebus, though, is because Phoebus can only be found on 4 random water tiles in Mount Coronet, and that's it, as opposed to the 6 tiles that you can find it in Ruby and Sapphire. However, you only have a 1 in 132 chance of finding one of these tiles with Phoebus on it, which means we've got to factor this into our shiny odds as well. This gives us a final probability of a 1 in 2.17 million chance of finding a shiny Phoebus in Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum at full odds. However, even these odds can be hard to obtain because the tiles that Phoebus appears on, like I said, there's only 4 of them, are random and they change every single day. Now, here's a Pokemon that is insanely rare that you probably never ever thought you'd hear about, and that would be Magikarp. Yes, there is a crazy rare Magikarp out there. More specifically, this would be a level 100 full odds shiny Magikarp caught in Pokemon Platinum. Now, in case you didn't know, it's actually possible in Pokemon Platinum to capture a level 100 Magikarp in the wild by fishing with the Super Rod in the resort area. The encounter rate for these Magikarp is 100%, however, you can catch anywhere from a level 1 to a level 100 Magikarp, so catching a level 100 Magikarp specifically, you only have a 1% chance of doing. And when you factor these odds in with the standard 1 in 8,192 shiny odds of Generation 4, it gives us a 1 in 820,000 chance of getting this Magikarp at level 100 and a shiny at full odds. It's the first Pokemon on this list that is below the 1 million mark in terms of the odds, however, you're still going to have a really hard time finding it. Okay, so for this last one, we're going to be talking about a rather convoluted and tricky sort of situation, but of course that's what makes these videos so fun, and that would be a shiny female Marill/Azumarill that was evolved from an Azurill caught in the Trophy Garden in Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. What a mouthful. As always, we're going to start with the 1 in 8,192 shiny odds in Generation 4. We're also going to divide this by 1.3 because we obviously want a female Azurill, and you only have a 75% chance of getting a female Azurill, which brings our odds to a 1 in 11,000 chance of getting a shiny female. The reason why we want to catch one in the Trophy Garden specifically, though, is because Azurills only have a 5% encounter rate here. And also on top of that, while it doesn't really factor into the odds, once you are able to catch Azurill in the Trophy Garden because of the way the Trophy Garden works, you only have a 2-day window before basically the opportunity to catch it will be gone and the Pokemon that you encounter there will be reset, so just something else to consider as we go along here. But factoring in this 5% encounter rate into our current odds gives us a 1 in 220,000 chance at this point. However, we're not done here yet because the tricky thing about evolving Azurill into a Marill is that it actually has a 1/3 chance of changing genders when it evolves due to the fact that Azurill's gender ratio and Marill/Azumarill's gender ratio is not the exact same. So given the fact you only have a 66% chance or a 2/3 chance of retaining your female shiny once it evolves, that gives us a grand total of a 1 in 330,000 chance of getting a shiny Meryl/Azumarill that you evolved from a full odds female Azurill caught in the Trophy Garden in Pokemon Platinum. I probably made this way more complicated than it needed to be, but hey, you probably now know something that you didn't know before, so I feel like I did my job. And there we have it, everyone. Now, I honestly find it so funny and fascinating that something in a video game could be so insanely rare to come across, and I really hope you guys enjoyed learning about some of these crazy rare Pokemon. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a like and let me know down in the comments below what you think of this list, if you yourself have been lucky enough to see one of these Pokemon or maybe even catch it, and if there's any other Pokemon that you think should be on this list as well. And hey, if you guys enjoyed this video as well, maybe we can even do a part 3, who knows. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe for more Pokemon content every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. And just one more time really quick, I gotta give another thank you and shout out to Ewin Racing, who sent me this lovely gaming chair. Guys, if you game or sit at an office chair or anything like that, I highly, highly, highly recommend getting one of these chairs because it's literally the greatest office chair I have ever sat in. It blows every other regular standard office chair out of the water. It's got so many features, it's amazing, and you can even use the code HOOPS at their website, link is in the description, to get 10% off your purchase as well, and that even directly supports the channel, so once again, highly recommend it. With all that being said though, I will be back on Saturday for another video, so I hope you guys will stay tuned for that. Hit the bell icon so you can know when it goes live, and until then, as always, I will smell you guys later.